Alright. Oh, well, you know, look at the time. It's 12:22. Hey, I know this still about this is dealing with the last video, part 6. This is part 7. So on your spare time, look up Genesis 22 and 12. You know, look that up. Look that up. It's dealing with Isaac and the sacrifice, right? Read that passage. When Abraham was going to sacrifice his son, pay attention to what type of sacrifice was provided. Was it a lamb or was it a ram? The law of the Most High is spiritual. So everything that Moses was conveying to you who are in Christ is supposed to be spiritual upon you, right? The mind. Now, the last video I showed you 2 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, the 14th verse. People like the King James Version. So, let's go to King James Version. Let's see if we can find it. See? But their minds. It says, but their minds were blinded. Who minds are blinded? For until this day, this is a whole new day, way after Mount Sinai, way after Deuteronomy, remained the same veil untaken away in the reading of the Old Testament. See there? That's the Old Covenant. You know, the Old Testament, the Old Promise, right? Deuteronomy was the last book of the law. It's talking about that. Which veil is done away. Oh, there go that word, done away. In who? Mashiach, YAHAWASHI, right? YAHUSHUA HaMashiach, Yeshua, Yahshua. See, in other versions it say because it is set aside only in the Messiah. So if you ain't in the Mashiach and you ain't paying attention to his teachings, how are you really paying attention to what Moses said? You not, because it says right there in the King James, but their minds are blinded. The true elect will see. Those who have eyes shall see, and those who have eyes shall not see, right? People hear, but they don't listen. Where did I get that from? The Mashiach. Tell you, man, y'all better pay attention to the scriptures. Pay attention to the Mashiach. Moses told you so, because the Most High told Moses so. And that's how the Israelites knew, and they told each other so. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Why? Because they love the Most High God with all their strength, with all their soul, and with all their hearts. The mind. Or if you want to go off this, the compassion. You know what I'm saying? Something that they feel, they believe. See? Either way, in Christ, in the body. Now that you know this, you need to know this other thing that many people are blinded to, especially Hebrew Israelite camps, right? Especially people who's not part of a Hebrew Israelite camp. They just messianics. Well, take that back. Messianics believe in Christ. The non-messianics, the people who don't believe in Christ, who don't believe in the resurrection, who don't believe in this man that we call Christ, period. They don't believe in the Gospels, right? So put those people who push the Tanakh only, who push the Torah only, 5 books of Moses only, or those Israelites who say they are Jews, right? There's a passage that they are blinded to. See, it says, For I will give their iniquities and remember their sins no more. How? In speaking of a new covenant, he has made the first one obsolete. The first one is obsolete. It says he has made. Made. What does made means? To declare. He has made. To make old. Declare obsolete. Past. To grow old. Become obsolete. Go back to the word old. Go back to the word old. I think y'all forgot from my previous videos. Age, antique, elder, right? Elder. See? Grow, nourish, right? To grow up, right? To grow, to nourish, right? Look at that. See, senior. You know, you gotta look at it, because the word old in that context is an adjective. It's an adjective. Old versus new, right? We still having these talks about the old and the new covenants. We still talking about the covenants. We still talking about it. It's right there in the scriptures. It's just people hear it and they don't listen. They see it at the same time they don't see. People have eyes, but they don't have the sight yet. You know what I'm saying? That's why certain people had to be raised up so they could reveal these things unto y'all, unto us all. You said, and some have separate words of aged persons, as opposed to old things. See there? Of former times. You see on down it says old, of former times. See, it is what it is. Ain't no way around it. You can't get around it. Now let's go back to Hebrews 8:13. Obsolete. First, before principle. You know, what is obsolete? And aging. Aging, to become old, grow old. What is declared obsolete, is declared old. By who? Who declared it old? Read the scriptures. Will soon disappear. You see, the old covenant, it says by the aging will soon disappear. You see there? And look at that. Some of y'all already caught on to it. Look at the gospel right here. Luke 22:20. And that wasn't even the passage that I planned on going to. But all praise to the Most High that y'all caught this. It says, in the same way, after supper, the Last Supper, right? He took the cup. Remember that cup? Yeah. Saying, this cup is the new what? The new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you. So you remember that? You remember you was a Christian and you participated in this tradition right here? Yeah. You a believer. But now that you out of the Christian church and whatnot, and you believe you a Hebrew Israelite and all that stuff from the tribe of Yehuda, why are you still going back to the old covenant? The blood is upon you. Shalom.